Next guest of the evening, she just coming off of performing a virtual concert earlier with a band. She sounded amazing. The band sounded amazing. Miss A.C. Jones is joining me right now. How's it going?
Hey there, how are you? Thank you so much for having me on today, and I appreciate that. Yeah, we did just get done with that virtual concert. Lots of fun to finally kind of play, at least with a few of our band members, so it's nice to see each other again.
Oh, okay. So that was the first time y'all seeing each other since everything got shut down.
Yeah, we've just really kind of gotten together for the first time. We have two more band members, but we're just kind of taking things a step at a time in sort of seeing each other again and whatnot during everything that's going on. But hopefully we'll be back to total full band soon. I'm really looking forward to that when we can do that again.
So I first heard of you through a mutual friend. Um,
How
of
about that?
Miss Taylor Hughes. Um,
Yes.
she is without a doubt one of my best friends in the local
Oh,
music scene here in Kentucky.
yeah.
I know her from five some years now. Just seeing her
Oh, wow.
grown and blossom into this talented singer songwriter that she is today. And
Absolutely.
big congrats to her on her official legit debut song Good Taste. It is on all digital music platforms. If you're feeling thirsty, I suggest you hear that song. And
Oh, gosh, absolutely.
yeah, so she is totally awesome. I love Taylor to death. I love her. Um
Oh, she is great. She is
yeah.
great.
So you got some new music on the way yourself, and I definitely want to
Yeah.
talk about that in a matter of moments. But first things first, how did AC Jones got into music?
Yeah, absolutely. It's kind of a funny story, and it's a little bit of a, I don't know, I guess a turning path for me. Um, but I started out, my family was just very musical growing up, so I was always kind of surrounded by it. But I didn't really dive into actually learning instruments or really writing music for myself and really focusing on it until, funny enough, as Catherine had mentioned, going into church. And so I did a lot of my guitar playing and my piano playing and writing music for praise and worship and being on the praise and worship team at church. And I know when I first started going to my church, they were very involved in doing theatrical productions as well for Easter and Christmas. And so it really sort of got me on the stage, and it got me to kind of step out of my comfort zone and experience that. And from then on, I just really loved it. And the first song I actually sang in public was in church, and for one of the Christmas services, which was "Where Are You Christmas," my pastor asked me if I would do it around 10 years old, and I said sure, right, because every kid is super excited to do whatever. They've got no fear, and
Yep.
so I stepped up and I sang. I loved it, and from there I started writing praise and worship music and country music, and everything just sort of evolved. I loved it, and I love the industry, but I ended up going to college for biochem, and so I have a degree in biochem, but while I was working in the lab all week, to get my work done, I would get on the weekends and then come back into my work during the week for the lab. So it was I was living kind of a double life in college. And when I graduated, I was thinking about going on for my MD or PhD, and I couldn't do it without taking a chance on music first. And so I ended up sort of taking the leap, and I said, I'm going to give myself 2 years to try this out and see if I can make progress. And if I make progress, I'll keep going a little bit longer. And then every 2 years, I'll kind of reevaluate where I am. And believe it or not, years later, here I am, and I've got my third radio single right now throughout the country, and it just hit top 40 on the breakout chart this week, actually, too. So it's just been a while, and it's so exciting, and I've felt so blessed to have met the people I have and to have experienced that I have. I'm just so thankful for that.
I definitely admire that. You definitely took a chance on yourself. And I also, everybody needs a plan B every now and then. And
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
you went for it. You swing for the fences, and from the looks of things, you hitting the home run. You have a lot. You have a lot going for you. So when it comes to the charts and everything. You
Yeah.
seeing your name in these charts with all these artists, talented artists.
Yeah.
What was that first reaction you got when you saw your name on the charts for the first time?
Yeah, yeah, that's an incredible feeling. Here I was. I jumped out into the music industry truly knowing absolutely nothing about it at all. And I remember releasing my first radio single and just thinking, this is the true test. Am I going to be received well? Is this going to be received well? And it was such a scary and exciting thing. And so when that song hit the charts and I saw my name there, and that first single ended up hitting top 40 as well on the breakout chart, I remember that they called me and they said, hey, you hit top 40 this week. And I remember just crying because it was one of those moments where you couldn't believe that was happening. And years earlier, had someone told me that was going to happen, I wouldn't have believed it. I would have laughed. And so to be in that moment was just so exciting. And to feel that love from country radio and to just know that people were out there loving a song and embracing me was just such an incredible feeling. And it gave me a sense of confidence, too, moving forward in the music industry. It's just so indescribable.
Definitely shows that you have quite a strong fan base that really has
Yeah.
faith in your music, faith in your craft, and they requested it somewhere somehow,
Yeah. Right.
and then
Right.
and AC Jones is out there. People better take
Yeah.
notes. People better recognize. And I'm scrolling through your Facebook fan page. Very intriguing
Yeah.
stuff. It says country singer, songwriter, recording artist. That's true. 2 top 4 singles on the Music World Country Break charts. That's true.
Yeah.
A Billboard Country Indicator charting artist. That's true. Oh, and this is my favorite part. My favorite one. Lover of chemistry, coffee, cooking, and am I reading this correctly? Cattle dogs?
Yes, cattle dogs. I have Australian cattle dog beagle mix, and I love Australian cattle dogs. They're just so cute, and they've got so much energy. And I'm definitely in the future planning on adding another one to my here. But yeah, cattle dogs. I just love them. They're adorable and they have great personalities. So yeah.
So you saying that they have quite the energy, I see.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
kind of reminds me of a Jack Russell Terrier that my family had once upon a time. Well,
Oh,
and,
sweet.
and I will confess, I wasn't much of a dog person when I was young. And then my family went on to buy 2 Jack Russell Terriers. One was hyper, very hype. You can't, you can pat her on the head, but you can't be like pushing her like a button on the belly because they will try to bite you or whatever. And then you have
Yeah.
the other dog that's, cuddly type of dog, like
Oh.
wants attention. And I like, you know what?
Yeah.
Y'all can have the hyper dog. I'm just gonna roll with the more cuddly dog, cause
Right?
she's like a teddy bear. She's got that teddy bear feel.
Oh.
So it's
Yeah.
like, okay, y'all deal with the hyper dog. I'm gonna deal with the more cuddly dog. Cause I know
Well,
I can just rub her belly for a few seconds and she'll be okay with it. She's fine with
yep.
it. So it's no. Y'all can have that other dog. I'll just chill with the other one for sure.
It sounds good.
So
That's perfect.
you have a new song on the way, and it is
Yeah.
entitled "Stand in the Circle," and it will be coming at your precious digital music platforms on June the 5th. My birthday month. Be a nice way to
Oh,
start off the
yeah.
birthday month. So just pre-order it. I believe you can pre-order it still. And
Yeah.
pre-save, whichever your preference. If you're a Spotify addict like myself, it's on there somewhere. So
Yeah.
go stream it. pre-order it for the time being, and once June 5th rolls around, then you can play it for the heck of it and tell your friends about it and spread the word. Um, talk a little bit about recording this song and what's it all about.
Yeah, absolutely. So Stand in the Circle, I went down to Nashville and I recorded songs in the studio with my producer. And I remember we were talking about 4 songs we wanted to sort of put together as a collective EP. And, we had 3 different songs that we thought were good for it. And then he kind of said, we need one more that just, I don't know, he goes, we just need something different. And so I was thinking about it. And I had this song, Stand in the Circle, for a little while. It wasn't quite finished yet. And so I called him up one day, and I told him about the song. And the song is based on sort of an artist's desire to stand in a circle at the Opry, and sort of the feeling of how it's almost a spiritual experience to be there in the presence of the past with all of the greats from country music. And so I was describing it to him, and he said, yes, we need that song. And so I was like, well, I'll get it finished. So I finished the song, and I brought it down to him, and we went over it. We worked on the music together, and we recorded the tune. And I'm so excited because of the 4 songs I recorded in the studio, this is the only one that I'm the sole writer on. I'm the only writer on it because it was just very much something from my own longing and from my own perspective and my own desires in the industry, because I know for me, I don't think there's any feeling more incredible for a country artist than being able to step into that circle. And I am so hopeful that one day that maybe I'll be able to put my foot in that circle and just stand with all of the amazing country artists have stood before. This song's just a little piece of my heart and that inner desire to do that.
Stand in the Circle is the name of the song. AC Jones is the name of the artist. Will be available on all digital streaming platforms on June 5th. That is this coming Friday. And
Yeah.
You picked that day for a reason.
I did.
So talk about that.
Yeah, absolutely. It was kind of funny because I was thinking, I was trying to figure out a way to release the song, and I knew that I wanted it to be released sometime in the summer. And so I was thinking about and looking through sort of the history of the Opry. And June 5th is the Opry moved to the Ryman Auditorium and made that its sort of home base for the Opry. And I thought, wow, what a more perfect day to release this song about sort of that spiritual feeling of being in the Mother Church than on the day that the Opry moved to the Ryman. It just all fell together so perfectly. And June 5th happened to fall on a Friday, which is usually the release day for music. And so it all fell into place, and it was so incredible. And so I was really excited to be able to sort of line the release with a very historic day in Opry history.
That place, people have been telling me, so much prestige behind that place, so much history with that place. So many artists have graced that stage from the old school to the new school. Nashville being the mecca of country music, and I've always used this analogy, like you go to a grocery store in Nashville, even through these pandemic times, and you run into a country singer or a singer-songwriter, you may not even know it. That just
right?
that just tells you how big of a scene Nashville has. From the performing shows and networking with artists, seeing other people perform, how do you feel about the support you've been getting as an artist, as a singer, songwriter? How do you feel about the support you've been getting?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, first and foremost, I've got so many friends in Nashville who have just been so incredibly supportive. I've got a group of friends sort of on a message feed, and we all talk about our new releases that are coming up. And I know that if any of us have with something in the industry that we're not sure of, we're like, hey guys, what's worked for you, and how are you doing on this, and what are you doing? We all kind of discuss those things, and it's just such a supportive group of independent artists who we're there to help each other out. We're there to encourage each other when we release music and to share it with our friends too, and to say, hey guys, check this person out and see what they do. And I just love sort of the family atmosphere of not only fellow artists but also of the listeners to this music. And my fan base, they're so incredible. And as you were mentioning, just being so supportive and calling into radio stations to request the songs. And I know that so many times where I have felt unsure or unsteady in what I'm doing, or maybe in my career, there are always those little moments of doubt. But your fan base, and not only them, but my family as well, is just always there to encourage me and to support me. And so many times I think they've believed in me when I haven't believed in myself, which is such an incredible thing, to have people who are rooting for you. I can't even describe the way that has encouraged me through all of it. And I got to say, there's no better feeling than to have somebody come up to you after you perform a song or after they hear a song of yours and say, look, I really needed to hear that. Because I think as an artist and songwriter, that is the thing that drives you, is somebody saying, hey, I really needed that. Knowing that maybe you've made an impact in somebody's life. So it's wonderful to have all that support from everybody, artists alike. So it's great.
So you definitely have that going for you. Just going through these shows and seeing people here and there, and after the set or intermission, they'd be like, yo, I really enjoyed it. Your set, it was incredible. It was uplifting. You're like an angel to these people, pretty much. You like, I'm here. Let me guide you the way. Let me take you to that right path, if you will.
Thank you.
So it's just an incredible artist in Nashville, and just to see the support from artists, try to help each other, even through these times, is definitely an encouraging thing for sure. So, with this pandemic, artists are not able to perform in front of a crowd for quite some time now. But I have been seeing artists doing virtual shows from home or part of a marathon. There's some companies, businesses getting artists together and to perform and everything. And I've seen you perform multiple times through your Instagram with a piano.
Oh yeah.
I've seen that a couple of times, and it sounded pretty good. Sounded really good.
Thank you. Thank you. We've been trying to keep busy, and I know for me this time has really, because I don't normally back up myself with an instrument. I play a little bit of piano, I play a little bit of guitar, but it's mainly in a writing capacity. And so this and doing virtual concerts have really sort of made me step outside my comfort zone and say, okay, now you need to play guitar, now you need to play piano and try to accompany yourself during this. So it's really helped me grow, I think, in that way, to try and be more comfortable with that. So if there's any little blessing that I can glean from this, that's certainly something.
For more info on AC Jones, you can check out her website at www.acjonesmusic.com. All the social media platforms are there. She's on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. She's on all the digital music platforms. And go pre-order her new song, Stand in the Circle, which will be available on June the 5th. And with all these artists not being able to perform for a while, you can be a helping hand if you are able. Go buy their merchandise, go buy their music, check up on them every now and then, check out shows if you're able to. It definitely will give them a boost of confidence that, hey, we thinking about you, and we hope everything is safe with you, and we eager to see y'all back to perform when it's safe to do so.
Yeah, looking forward to that for sure.
Well, it's great chatting with you, AC. Thank you so much for being on the show. You have had a very busy afternoon, and I appreciate you having us as a part of your day. And I look forward to hearing the new song this Friday. And thanks again for your time.
Thank you so much, Kenny, for having me on today. I really appreciate it. I hope you're doing well, and I wish you just health and wellness throughout the rest of this. And God bless you. Thank you.